it's LeJanaro back with another video. I would like to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and everyone who keeps coming back each time I post a new video. Excuse all my mess on the desk. So today I'm making a tablet sleeve. This is just a simple, straightforward tablet sleeve. No closures, anything like that. It could also be a book sleeve if you want it to be. So I grabbed my tablet. It was here somewhere a few minutes ago. Oh, here it is. It's kind of old, but instead of trying to take it out of the box, it's a 10.1. I measured it, and the measurements came to, found a little measurement book here. The measurements came to 6.5 by 9.5, all right? That's the regular measurements of the tablet. So what I did is I added an inch to the length. So instead of it being 9.5, I did 10.5 for the length, and for the width, I did 8.5. Instead of adding 1 inch, I added 2 inches because I knew I wanted to have at least a 1 inch. I want to use a 0.5 seam allowance on both sides, and then I will have at least 1 inch room of wiggle room inside of the tablet when I put the tablet inside the sleeve. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so I will make sure I put the measurements in the description box below again, but you want to measure your personal tablet because yours might be bigger than mine or smaller than mine. But I added an inch to the length. It measured 9.5, so I made the length 10.5, and across here I added 2 inches to the width, which made it 8.5. So I have 2 main pieces, and they are they have fusible fleece on the back of them, and then I have some cotton fabric, just regular cotton fabric. I didn't interface these because this fabric is pretty sturdy, so I didn't interface these, but you can use like a fusible SF101 if you want to on your lining pieces. So 2 main pieces, 2 lining pieces. Let's get started. All right, so I'm going to take my 2 main pieces and my 2 lining pieces, do this at the same time. The 2 main pieces, I'm going to place them with right sides facing, and my 2 lining pieces, I'm going to place them with right sides facing. Right. I'm going to pin, and you can use pins or clips, down each side and across the bottom. Make sure everything's lined up well. Alright, those are my 2 main pieces, and then my 2 lining pieces. I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to leave an opening in the bottom of my lining. So I'm going to pin down each side. And then here at the bottom, I'm going to leave an opening down here at the bottom, enough to turn it to the right side once I'm done. And I'm using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So I'm going to take these, both of these, to the sewing machine. Main piece, I'm going to sew down the sides and the bottom. The lining, I'm going to sew down the sides and the bottom, but leave an opening in the bottom of the lining. Alright, so now I'm going to clip my corners and trim down my sides a little bit on both. Alright, so now take your main piece and turn it to the right side. And make sure to push out your corners really well. I'm just going to use my finger, but you can use a point turner. You can use your scissors. I don't know if I've ever used my scissors because danger. You can take this to the sewing machine, not the sewing machine, you can take this to the iron and give it a good press if you want. You probably should. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to keep going. Now take your lining piece and place your main piece on the inside of your lining. You're going to line up your sides here, and you're going to take it to the sewing machine and sew around. Right? So you want to pin this around. Right, take it to the sewing machine and sew around, and then after you do that, you're going to pull the bag through the opening that you left in the lining. I did also at the sewing machine, I only sewed 1/4 of an inch this together because it hit me that if I sew a 1/2 inch across the top, it might be too short for my tablet. That was just a theory. I don't know if that's actually accurate, but I only sewed 1/4 of an inch around that top part. So now I'm just going to take my lining, place it on the inside of the tablet sleeve. You want to take it to your ironing board and give it a good press. And then you top stitch around and your tablet sleeve will be done. Alright, and now for the moment of truth. I can already go ahead and tell you I'm going to have to adjust these measurements. Alright, so for the moment of truth, you have a tablet sleeve. Like I said, I'm going to have to adjust these measurements because I need a closure, which will be my next tablet sleeve video, using different closures like zipper closures, snap closures. But I need a closure because I'll be walking around and I'll pick this up the wrong way and my tablet will fall right on out. So I'm going to adjust the measurements. I will put the measurements that will be in the description box below will be the updated measurements on what I added to the length, because the width is great. It's nice and snug in there. So I like the width, which was 8.5. The length I'm going to have to change to, it was at 10.5. I need to try at least 12, but I will experiment on that. So by the time you see this video, updated good measurements will be in the description box below, because like I said, it's good. I can carry my tablet in that, but I am clumsy boots. So I will make sure that I put the correct measurements in here for the length. So that's it. We're done. Alright, got a tablet sleeve. So thank you so much for coming along with me. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I post a new video, and I'll see you in the next one.